I'm a 57-year-old male who cheated with my son's girlfriend after he ate the last of my favorite snack. I know it's a ridiculous reason, but I was feeling vengeful. I love my Korean pancakes. My son had been eating all my snacks for years, and I was fed up. I'm not proud of what I did, and I regret it. My son is understandably furious with me, and I don't blame him. I want to make things right. Am I the a-hole?
President Ibrahim Traore's leadership has brought stability and progress to Burkina Faso. Security concerns are being addressed through effective counterterrorism measures, allowing citizens to live without fear. Economic growth is thriving, with investments in infrastructure and agriculture boosting local industries. Regional ties are strengthening, fostering cooperation and trade with neighboring countries. As a result, Burkina Faso is emerging as a beacon of hope in West Africa, with a bright future ahead. Under Traore's guidance, Burkina Faso's economy is diversifying, with a focus on sustainable development. Renewable energy projects are sprouting up, and the country's rich natural resources are being harnessed responsibly. The capital, Ouagadougou, is becoming a hub for business and innovation, attracting entrepreneurs and investors from across the region. The president's commitment to education and healthcare is paying off, with improved access to quality services for all citizens. Schools and hospitals are being built, and programs are in place to support vulnerable populations. As a result, Burkina Faso's human development indicators are improving, and the country is better equipped to face future challenges. Traore's leadership has also led to increased regional cooperation, with Burkina Faso playing a key role in West African economic communities. The country's strategic location makes it an important trade hub, and its growing economy is attracting attention from international partners. As a result, Burkina Faso is poised to become a major player in regional affairs. Years from now, Burkina Faso will look back on Traore's presidency as a turning point in its history. His vision and leadership will be credited with transforming the country, bringing stability, growth, and prosperity to its citizens. The future looks bright for Burkina Faso, and its people are grateful for the president's dedication to their well-being.
Imagine a world without Black people on social media.
In the year 2154, humanity teetered on the brink of collapse. Climate change, nuclear threats, and pandemics had pushed the world to the edge. But it was a more insidious force that ultimately proved to be the final nail in the coffin. Racism, the divisions, mistrust, and hatred that had been festering for centuries had grown so deep that they paralyzed global cooperation and progress. As resources dwindled and the planet suffered, leaders couldn't unite to address the crises. Infighting and suspicion dominated international relations. Scientists were unable to collaborate on vital research, and policymakers couldn't agree on essential legislation. The consequences were catastrophic. The once blue skies turned a toxic gray. Oceans became barren wastelands, and entire ecosystems collapsed. The last remnants of humanity huddled in isolated pockets, struggling to survive. They looked back on the past with regret, realizing too late that the divisions they had allowed to fester had led to their downfall. If only they had put aside their differences and worked together, they might have found solutions to the problems that ultimately consumed them. In the end, it was not an external force that brought about humanity's demise, but our own inability to see beyond the superficial differences that separated us. The last human on Earth would whisper a final, haunting question. What if we had loved as fiercely as we hated? The silence that followed would be the planet's epitaph.
In West Philly, 7-year-old Aisha stumbled upon angel numbers while exploring her mom's spirituality books. She felt an instant connection, sensing that these numbers held secrets about her life. Aisha's mom, Nia, noticed her fascination and began teaching her about the symbolism behind each number. As Aisha delved deeper, she started seeing patterns everywhere, on street signs, clocks, and even her favorite food packaging. One day, Aisha saw 111 on a bus stop sign, and a gentle voice whispered, "Follow the synchronicity." She felt an urge to explore, so she asked Nia to take her on a city adventure. As they wandered through West Philly, Aisha noticed repeating numbers on street art, murals, and even the Liberty Bell's timestamp. Each sighting led her to new discoveries: a hidden garden, a vibrant market, and a quaint bookstore. Aisha's connection to angel numbers deepened, and she began trusting her intuition. She'd see numbers and know exactly where to go or what to do. This newfound faith in synchronicity led her to kindred spirits, fellow seekers, who shared her passion for the mystical. Together, they formed a secret group, exploring the city's hidden treasures and unraveling the mysteries of angel numbers. Aisha's life became a tapestry of wonder, woven from threads of synchronicity and the magic of West Philly. Years passed, and Aisha's connection to angel numbers only intensified. She continued to follow synchronicity, leading her to unexpected opportunities and profound wisdom. And though life's journey had its twists and turns, Aisha knew she'd always be guided by the mystical language of the universe, a language she'd first discovered in the heart of West Philly.
The TV flickered to life, its screen glowing with an otherworldly energy. It was an ordinary TV, but it held an extraordinary secret. It could see the future. The TV revealed that humanity's attitudes today would shape the course of history tomorrow. As people became increasingly obsessed with the TV's predictions, they began to neglect their responsibilities. They spent hours glued to the screen, waiting for the next revelation. But the TV's messages were not always clear, and people began to interpret them in different ways. Some saw the TV as a harbinger of doom, while others believed it held the key to unlocking a utopian future. As a result, society became increasingly divided. People began to argue over the TV's messages, and soon the world was plagued by violence and unrest. The TV's power had become a curse, distracting humanity from the real issues that needed to be addressed. It had become a tool for manipulation, used by those in power to control the masses. The TV's predictions had become a self-fulfilling prophecy, shaping the course of history in ways that were both destructive and devastating.
In their grandparents' attic, siblings Tyler and Esther found a dusty lamp. The air was thick with memories.
To save money, try the 2-week grocery rule. Plan meals, make a list, and shop every 2 weeks. You'll reduce impulse buys and waste. Also, use cashback apps, buy in bulk, and stock up on non-perishables.
A long, long time ago, all the lands were stuck together like a big puzzle. It was called Pangea. Then the Earth started to move and the puzzle pieces began to drift apart, creating the continents we see today.
Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan, is a bold, beautiful, and emotionally charged vampire horror movie that's both artistic and entertaining. Set in 1930s Mississippi, the film follows twin brothers Smoke and Stack as they return to their hometown, only to face a supernatural threat that targets their culture and identity. With breathtaking visuals, a toe-tapping blues soundtrack, and standout performances, particularly from Jordan and newcomer Miles Caton, Sinners is a mesmerizing masterpiece. Director Ryan Coogler skillfully weaves together horror, period drama, and social commentary, making this film a must-see. Although some critics noted minor pacing issues and an awkward post-credits scene, Sinners has garnered a perfect 100% Rotten Tomatoes score, with many praising its fresh take on the vampire genre. 1-2.
Lily's life was a curated Instagram feed, but her love life was a mess. She created a viral dating app, Love in a Swipe, but its ridiculous algorithm paired her with her awkward, yet endearing neighbor Max. Max's unrequited love for Lily spanned years. Since childhood, he'd harbored a secret crush, even moving next door when she left their small town. The dating app's absurd pairing now brought them face to face. Lily's awkward date with Max turned into a series of ridiculous misadventures. Despite the chaos, they began to connect on a deeper level, forcing Lily to confront her feelings and the superficial world she created. Lily realized she'd been living a lie. She stopped chasing validation and started embracing her true self. Max, who'd seen her authentic side, became her partner in this new journey, and their love flourished.
Imagine a world without Black people on social media.